Hello, this is Yogeshwar 7000 again, and I'm back on my series on chakras. And as you would have seen in my earlier videos, we did discuss about the 7 chakras. What chakras actually are. They are energy centers, and how these energy centers are connected to the nadis. There are 72,000 nadis. And how these nadis have a meeting point in these chakras, which create centers and powers of energy. And what are the 6 energy centers so far, which we have discussed? There are 7 actually, which we'll be discussing today. And what planets are associated with those chakras, what colors, how to clear the blockages around those chakras. What is the main Sushmana Nadi through which the energy flow goes upwards along with the spine? So we've discussed all that in our earlier videos. People who have not watched my earlier videos on these 7 chakras, today is the 7th, but I've made 6 videos earlier on the 6 chakras. I would recommend please go in and watch those. And those chakras which have been discussed so far is the first chakra, which is the root chakra, the second chakra, which is the Swadhisthana chakra, the third chakra, which is the Manipura chakra, the fourth chakra, which is the Anahata or the heart chakra, the fifth chakra, which is the throat chakra or the Vishuddha chakra, the sixth chakra, which is associated with the point which is just in between the eyebrows, which is the sixth chakra or the Agya chakra. Some people call it Ajna. And today we'll be discussing about the 7th chakra, which is the crown chakra, which is actually located in the crown of the head. And in Sanskrit it is called Sahasrara chakra. So basically what we've been discussing is, as the energy flow goes upwards through these chakras, and as long as these chakras are unblocked and clear, they create huge energy centers or energy points on these chakras, and blockages around these chakras creates all kinds of problems. So our endeavor is to make sure that there are no blockages. There's a clear flow of energy which flows from the root chakra through all the chakras and finally reaching the Sahastrara chakra, which is associated with pure consciousness, enlightenment. And as we all know that we are humans and we have all kinds of weaknesses in us, and as per Hindu, I wouldn't say religion, but as per Hindu way of life, these major 6 weaknesses can be associated with kama, which is desires, krodha, which is anger, lobha, which is greed, moha, which is attachment, ahankara, which is too much ego, and matsya, which is jealousy. And these weaknesses, of course, you will see, and if you see my videos, my earlier videos, these major weaknesses can be associated with the blockages around the chakras. And as we keep clearing these chakras, these blockages, slowly and gradually we overcome those weaknesses which we have as humans. And when we reach the final chakra, which is the crown chakra, where there is an uninterrupted flow of energy going from the base of the spine, which is the root chakra, through the crown of the head, these weaknesses also get dissolved slowly and gradually, and we reach to the state of pure consciousness or enlightenment. As you would have seen in a lot of religions, or you would have seen yoga masters, and they are associated with a picture of them, and around the head there is a halo that is representative of pure consciousness and enlightenment. Now, obviously, those yogis do not have a real physical halo, but when you draw a painting of them and when they're represented through any form, through art, the artists make a little halo around their head, which is actually representative of the pure consciousness and also enlightenment. So, and this is associated very directly with the Sahasrara, or the seventh chakra, and that's the reason why it is around the crown. And even like the great Gautam Buddha, when you see his picture, he is depicted as his head with curly hair. Now, I don't know if the real Gautam Buddha had curly hair or not, but pretty much the curly hair is representative, and of course along with the curly hair there is a halo as well, is representative of pure consciousness and enlightenment. So Sahastrara, actually, if you translate the Sanskrit word into English, it is actually 1,000 petaled lotus. And that's how the name is created, that when the lotus is in full bloom and it's 1,000 petaled, it depicts, or it represents, pure consciousness and enlightenment. So that's what the Sahasrara, or the crown chakra, or the seventh chakra, this is the seventh chakra, is all about. Now, as we know that the enlightenment cannot be achieved unless the other seven chakras are cleared and unblocked. So any blockages around the other six chakras have to be cleared so that the energy flow is uninterrupted and it reaches the crown, and it is representative with higher consciousness or pure consciousness. And it is very, very rare to achieve this kind of a consciousness, because like I said, we as humans have so many faults and weaknesses in us, like I just explained to you: kama, krodha, lobha, moha, ahankara, and matsya, that slowly and gradually we overcome these weaknesses through regular practices, yoga, pranayama, meditation, use of colors, mantras, so on and so forth. And once these have been achieved, these weaknesses have been achieved, we reach the level of higher consciousness or pure consciousness and connect with the divine. And that's what is associated with the Sahasrara chakra. And it is depicted as 1,000 petaled lotus, meaning you reach that level. And like I said, it's very rare, but yes, we all should have a goal to reach that state. And so how do we reach that state? Of course, first we have to understand, like we've understood in our previous videos, a planet associated with each chakra. So the planet associated with the Sahasrara chakra, or the seventh chakra, is the planet Saturn. And the color associated with this chakra is violet. So you would have seen, we have discussed the colors of all the earlier six chakras, and the seventh chakra is violet, and it's depicted through the colors Vibgyor, which is violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. These are the seven colors, and these are depicted through these seven chakras. And seventh chakra, Sahastrara, or Sahasrara rather, which is the 1,000-petal lotus, is associated with the color violet, and the planet is Saturn. As we know that Saturn has a cosmic color of violet. It may appear blue, but through gemstones, but the cosmic color of Saturn is violet. So how do we kind of clear blockages around this chakra? How do we open this chakra? Of course, I'm repeating that we have to make sure that the earlier 6 chakras are opened and uninterrupted and unblocked. Only then this chakra can be opened, or blockages around this chakra can be cleared. So that's number 1. And of course, the normal way of clearing chakras is through pranayama. That is one way. And of course, the pranayama, a lot of healers have expressed that pranayama can be recommended as a general pranayama for all, which is not true. Pranayama has to be specific, and that has to be specific to the person's dosha. And I've explained what dosha is. It's a nature of the body of the person, which could be out of the 3 doshas, which is kapha, pitta, and vata. Kapha being the water element, pitta being the fire element, and vata being the air element. So one has to be very careful in recommending the kind of pranayama. But one pranayama, of course, which can be used general to all and works very well with this chakra, is the Anulom Vilom, which is the alternative nostril breathing exercise. That of course is common to all the doshas, which is kapha, pitta, and vata. So it can be very, very safely used for this chakra. But other pranayamas I will not recommend, because they are related to, of course, the doshas, and the doshas are related to the kind of nature of the body that person has. So one has to be careful on that. Yogic exercises. So since we are dealing with crown chakra, or the top of the head, it has to be performed under the guidance of an expert yogic master. That is one. And one of a very important asana which can be used is the Matsya asana, which is, Matsya means fish, so it is a fish pose where the head of the person is brought to the floor. But again, do not try it yourself. Go under the guidance of an expert yoga master. Colors. The color violet is very, very important as far as opening of this chakra is concerned. And gemstones. Gemstones which are associated with this chakra are the gemstones of Saturn, which is the blue sapphire, or sometimes the amethyst, but with a word of caution that do not use these gemstones, because it's a very, very powerful chakra, very, very powerful energy center, and Saturn itself is a very powerful planet. So do not use this gemstone without checking your birth chart from an expert Vedic master. Only if your Vedic birth chart allows the use of the gemstone blue sapphire or amethyst, you should be using this gemstone for opening of these chakras. I've seen a lot of healers just recommend gemstones and ask their students to go ahead and use these powerful gemstones for opening up of chakras. But no, the chakras, okay, the colors associated with the chakras are right, but one has to check the Vedic birth chart whether the specific gemstone can be used or not. And in this case, the 7th chakra, it's a very powerful gemstone, which is blue sapphire and amethyst. It has to be checked that whether that gemstone can be used suitably by that person based on his specific birth chart. Otherwise, there could be results which may not be beneficial. Rather, it could do more harm than good. Mantra, that's another way to open this chakra, and the mantra associated with this chakra is the mantra Om, the sound of Om, and the sound of Om, of course, is also pure consciousness. So this mantra can be very, very safely used for opening up this chakra to reach that level of pure consciousness. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and this ends our series on the 7 chakras. I've made one video which explains the entire 7 chakras in one video, and then I've gone along discussing each specific chakras, going from the root chakra, which is the first chakra, to the Sahasrara chakra, which is the 7th and the final chakra, which we discussed today. So hope you liked it, and in the meanwhile, I will recommend subscribe to my channel and check out my website. There is a link below, and I will see you soon. Thank you.